Hi, welcome Gemini to your end of November 21 reading with me, Barbara. Ooh, straight away you've got Three of Swords just jumped out. What have you got going on? Okay, I'll keep shuffling. But yeah, I'm tuning into your energies for helpful messages for the end of the month. I've already shuffled the Animal of the Trees, or sorry, the Oracle of the Trees deck and the Animal Oracle Tree deck as well. Just so I've got time to have a little feeling about what's the energy around this reading. Okay. Let's just pick out, I'm going to do 10 cards for you. Oh, you can't see that, can you? Let's move these up. Oh, there we go. Right, can you see them now? Kind of. Okay, 10 cards. I like your energy, Gemini. I've got rising Gemini. Probably you know that if you listened to my readings before. It's a light, refreshing energy, quite intellectual in many ways. You're ruled by Mercury after all, and very sociable, and quite kind of sort of self-sufficient in many ways. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. But yeah, what I like about you, Gemini, is that you don't tend to lean on anybody heavily. Some of the other signs can be more of a heavy presence, but you're not really like that. You're much more self-sufficient, like I say. So yeah, why have you got Three of Swords? Let's see right next to it. Three of Swords. You've got the Four of Swords. So interesting. You saw me shuffle the cards in sequence. You've got Swords 3 and then 4. So there's been some kind of painful situation that's hurt you, and now you're taking some time out from it. So it's obviously going to be different for everyone. There could have been a falling out between family members perhaps, or it could be, you know, one significant person that you're involved with. But yeah, this is quite painful, obviously. You can see that. Are there more than two people involved perhaps in your situation? It could even be that a couple of family members are disagreeing with each other, and two are siding against one or something like that. But it's great because then the conflict is put to one side for a while. There's like a sense of saying, okay, time out. I don't really want to be dealing with this painful conversation or this uncomfortable atmosphere. Rather, putting down those pausing, just saying, I'm not going to talk about this anymore. I'm going to step back and recalibrate my own energy. And sometimes that's the best thing, isn't it? Just to recharge, reset, and step back, and then maybe you can start afresh with something. Gemini, I know you're super sociable. Right, we've got the Page of Wands. So yeah, talk about super sociable. That is the energy of this card. This is wanting to meet other people. It's saying, invite me to your party. I'm having a party. Come to my party. Let's get together with people. So it's very direct and just a happy, cheerful energy with this card. So I think that's very much like you, actually, Gemini. You're, this is you, and it's a young energy. So even if you're a more mature person, you'll always have this sort of fresh air about you, where people feel like you're lighter than air and just looking younger than your years. It's really nice for other people to be around as well. Okay, what else do we know? Ooh, look at that, talking about looking younger than your years, being warm. It's the Queen of Wands. So I think you're very much in your seated in your throne here. I like the way there's two ginger cats. I'll have to look that up, or maybe if you look up ginger cats meaning, because you've got two here, one after the other. So this is saying you're feeling very much like a warm person that people are attracted to. You feel rather gorgeous at the moment, and there's lots of gold in this picture. So it just feels like you've got like a successful air about you. I think you're probably quite a good role model. Other people want to follow your advice. If you're a teacher of some kind, or even in a work situation, if you're the boss, I think people are happy to follow your advice because you're coming from a good place. It feels like the sun shines where you are, Gemini. So really nice. Take control of whatever, projects you've got on the go, because the force is with you at this time. Okay, what else have we got? 9 of Cups, so that's beautiful as well. That's saying, you're found it's giving you complete satisfaction. This is feeling very contented with the 9 of Cups in this energy. It's a feeling of being known and understood for who you are. You're not having to fake anything. You're being accepted and appreciated. It's almost like the 6 of Wands energy. If that card comes out, it's reinforcing it. You're yeah, you're accepted for who you are and seen for the attributes that you can kind of share with others, and it's just really nice. It's a sense of deep satisfaction with this card. So, and enjoying the simple things in life as well with this. I mean, she's pouring some kind of wine or something, a non-alcoholic, who knows, maybe you're going for ginger wine, I don't know, it's festive energy, and lots of fruits on the table. Maybe it gives you a deep sense of satisfaction knowing that you're eating and drinking well as well. But it's a really nice young energy, and I feel like you're just full of the zest and joys of life, which is really good to see. Okay, what have you got now? Page of Swords. Right, okay, well, considering we've already got the 3 and 4 of Swords, now you've got the Page of Swords. This just feels like there's it's a sharp kind of movement. I mean, he looks a bit confrontational, doesn't he? Be careful, Gemini, that if you're feeling, I don't think it's your energy though. I'm seeing the Queen of Wands. It's like there's an age difference between perhaps you and another person that maybe there's some conflict with. And the Page of Swords is that kind of, he just looks a bit argumentative, doesn't he? He's hurling around ideas and chucking in his two pennies worth, which just feels like he's really ready for confrontation and up for quick debate, if you like. But it can be uncomfortable for you, perhaps. There is a strong sense of that in this reading. So yeah, let's see what else we've got here with the cards. Now, how are they for being in shot? Not bad at all. Okay, I'll just move these up a bit. The High Priest. So that's a much more it's like you're it could be in an institution of some kind that you're connected to this younger energy. It could be that you're in a university or a college, maybe even a school. You could be a teacher with a young student that is a bit full of themselves perhaps, and you're feeling obliged to take the higher ground or take the higher stand in some way. So yeah, I mean, it's the High Priest is about like higher learning. I feel like you're the one who's passing on the wisdom here, because you've got this natural ability as a teacher. You're comfortable with sharing knowledge in a way that it opens mental doors to maybe younger people. You're sharpening people's minds about something. Yeah, there's some kind of learning here going on, maybe with younger people. The Five of Cups. Okay, so this is a sad energy. Someone around you feels a bit down in the dumps. They're feeling like they're looking at the glass as half empty rather than half full. This isn't you, by the way, Gemini. So that's interesting that we've got the Three of Swords and the Five of Cups. So there is some kind of heartache around you. I don't feel like it's you though. I mean, you're seated very much looking confident in this reading, looking very successful. So is there someone around you that might need a hug? They might just benefit from, just maybe I don't know, maybe send a text or have a quick chat on the phone, just to check they're okay. It's probably someone that you're aware of. Could be a younger person around you. Could even be a parent thinking of a teenager around you that needs some support or advice. But it's a transient energy. This isn't going to last for long, by the way. The Five of Cups is, it's a day-to-day kind of energy. Someone needs, they're just feeling a bit down in the dumps. And then we've got the Ace of Swords. So this is like some truth, some information coming in. It's like a breakthrough in some way. I like that because with the Five of Cups there, this is a cleaner energy. The Five of Cups energy can feel a bit murky, a bit stagnant, a bit, stodgy sort of thing, not being able to, they're not looking up, it's very much like eyes closed, feeling deeply within themselves, sitting in a lot of emotion there. The water there does signify lots of emotions and feelings. Of course, we all feel pain and joy, but it's important not to hold on to it for too long. And this card coming in right after it, the Ace of Swords, feels like there's refreshed thinking. There's a clear new way of looking at the situation that's much more productive. The Sword of Truth comes in and hopefully it just dries things up. Let's the emotion is natural to feel, but let's not dwell for too long. Let's get back up and up into higher heights of spiritual and enjoyment and lifting you up or lifting this other person up. Okay, and then seeing with a more of an eagle eye about what you've learned from the situation, or maybe what you're this person around you has learned. And then the Nine of Wands is the overriding energy. That's where someone feels like they want to build up a kind of protective barrier around them. I don't know if that's your energy, but maybe there's, I don't know. I might have to take another card. But there's someone who feels a bit like they've come through enough battles, they've come through a lot of disappointment, and now they're just saying, okay, I'm building up a barrier around me. I'm not going to let this happen again. But they're not, they're not broken. This is still very strong and up for the next challenge. I mean, it might be a sense of saying, maybe you can let down your guard, or maybe this other person around you needs to let down their guard. Because unfortunately, if they've been through some disappointment, maybe they're anticipating that again. And with the law of attraction, it's good to not dwell on negative energy, because it's kind of like a magnet. You're attracting to you what you're feeling or thinking about. So rather than that, let's let go of that and trust again, and just be gentle with yourself. Or if this person around you needs advice, invite them to think of where they would like to go. That they say, if you worry too much, it's just like praying for what you don't want to happen. So encourage them to feel there's so much more than just thinking about someone who's let you down in the past. They can look inside their vortex and find something bigger and better that might be more suitable for them. Obviously it's different for everyone. Let's just take one more card from I'll take a look at the bottom of the deck. What have we got? Seven of Swords. Oh yeah, that energy is always a bit tricky, isn't it? Something doesn't feel like it's been up front. It's kind of like someone's playing around a bit. That cards often makes people feel wary, often makes you feel like you want to put your guard up, like that energy there. So Seven of Swords is showing someone who hasn't been quite sincere, someone who's a bit of a player. They like to just, it's like a trickster in a way. Then they're not playing grown up in a grown up way. There's like a fairground at the back, so you almost have a sense of thinking, are they going to pull out some juggling balls in a minute? Obviously we can learn from people like that as well, learning that life doesn't always have to be too serious, but maybe don't invest your heart too deeply with somebody like this, because they might not be coming from the same place as you, or maybe this person you're offering advice to or supporting might need to hear that. Okay, so let's look at the romance angels for you, romance energy for Gemini. I just feel like it might not be you, it might be someone you're kind of looking out for, whether it's a family member, friend, a close friend, or something like that. Of course some of you will be the ones that are feeling disappointed or let down by a pain, heartache, but I think it's more that you're supporting someone else that's going through that. Okay. Oh, okay, we've got one, chemistry. Right, okay, so there's a strong magnetic attraction here. Yeah, maybe someone can't help getting their fingers burnt because they keep going back for more when they know that somebody's painful or they're not good for them, but they just can't resist it. I don't know if it's something like that. But yeah, that seems to be a factor in this situation. A helpful crystal for you, Gemini, or for this person that you're concerned about. Energy for Gemini. Helpful crystal, please, for Gemini. I hope you're enjoying the reading, Gemini. If you are, I'm trying to bring in as many as I can. I'm going to try and do more readings because I really enjoy doing it. So, and I'm going to be putting on a festive table soon, to just get into the seasonal spirit of things. Absolutely love this time of year. Okay, a crystal for Gemini that's helpful. Woo, okay, perfect. What have we got? We've got two. Okay, why not Gemini, the twins? Okay, wellness with Jade. The recovery of health and wellness is here. And that could be to do with that card there with the Four of Swords, where you're taking some time out, having a rest. I think it's something to do with that. Okay, then we've got Aphilite, increased support. Your positive focus and willingness to receive have opened the doorway to an abundance of help and opportunities. Very nice. So yeah, reaching out for others. I do feel like that's the message as well in these other crystal Oracle of the Tree card that I've got here for you, and the Animal Oracle. It seems to be about reaching out for others. Okay, I'm just going to lay them there. Ooh, so we've got here the ash tree and the bee spirit, sweet results await. So with the ash tree, this is it's saying to you that there's mastery involved here. You know, you could um it's kind of saying sometimes life can lack sweetness, okay, with this energy here. So sometimes if we take things too seriously and focus relentlessly without looking up to kind of smell the roses, it's maybe time to take some time each day to find an enjoyable activity to do, whatever that is, whether it's filling your cup full of a favorite herbal tea or lighting your favorite scented candle, being out in nature, going for a walk in the countryside, and hugging your favorite tree, whatever it is that works for you. Or it could be seeing someone that makes you feel good, you know, that kind of thing, talking to a favorite friend. But that might help you to just to lighten up, you know. And it also cultivates relationships with people around you. That's what the message is with the ash, because sometimes we need to gain mastery over ourselves, you know, without kind of blinding ourselves to our own weaknesses, I guess. Be realistic about, you know, where you might benefit from other people's qualities. Yeah. And then the bee spirit is also very talking about working, like if you think of a honey or a bee, any kind of bee working in the hive, it's time to get organized and get to work on the ideas that you want to implement and develop. Okay. So you can benefit. Again, this is saying from asking the advice of others, okay? And again, it's doubling up with the message of this tree, which is saying it's time to enjoy and appreciate the sweetness of life. So it's a very fertile time for you physically and creatively, and one where your ideas can come to fruition. So, you know, whatever you're working on at this time, there's going to be a favorable outcome. And it's all about, I think the key to it in this reading is about your social contacts with other people. Yeah, you've got social skills that, I mean, Gemini, you're the social butterfly, might as well be a butterfly here as well. But you can kind of, it's like imagining you as a bee, a busy bee or a butterfly landing on a flower, you know, taking the nectar and giving, pollinating, whatever you're doing. And then you lift up as lightly as a feather and then fly off to the next flower or you know, plant, whatever it is. But you're spreading positivity and germinating where you're supposed to do. So yeah, use those skills, branch out, Gemini. You don't need to be told this. I think it's your second nature. Okay, Gemini, I really hope that was a helpful reading. It's so lovely to do this with you. Did we do a romance angel card? Did we? Yes, we did. It was the chemistry. That's right. We've done everything we can. Okay, I'm looking forward to doing the Christmas reading with you as well. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Barbara at Tarot Insight. So much love and light to you. Bye for now.